Hey everyone, back on the couch again. This time someone else is here with me. Daniel.
Yeah.
This one I'm not going to talk as much because I've already did my review, and there will be a link actually in the comment section so you can see that cinematic interestingness that I did. My little spoof for this movie, none other than
Happy Death Day.
Alright, Happy Death Day is the story of
Tree, I think? Yeah.
Yeah, Tree. Teresa.
Whose birthday was Monday the 18th. Yeah, Monday the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also the same birthday as her mother. And you know, she's a jerk. And like she's rude to everybody. And she has a party late at night and then someone kills her. And then the day repeats. And then she starts to notice that everything is repeating every time when she dies. So she has to stop the killer so that way she could live on to tomorrow.
Yeah, and just in case you didn't know from before, total spoiler review. So if you don't want to know about spoilers, once again check back into the description. There'll be a link to this non-spoiler review. Go ahead. You want to continue? What did you think about this movie?
This movie was hilarious. It was just flat out freaking hilarious.
Yeah, this movie was actually made more enjoyable this time than the first time I saw it. Actually, because of the crowd. I saw it on Friday the 13th, and the crowd more or less was a bunch of people who wanted to see a slasher flick. They wanted to see people die. And it's not a slasher flick. It's a comedy thriller. What type of movie did you think it was?
I thought it was... When I first saw the trailer for this movie, I thought it was going to be a horror movie. But then, like, I didn't care if it wasn't a horror movie because, like, I don't like horror movies that much.
It still kind of is a horror movie, but not necessarily that's the main focus of the movie.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a few jump scares that got me. But, like...
Yeah, there was some. But, this is just a really entertaining movie. The crowd I saw it with, there was... Alright, in this screening, there was literally a group of, 7, 8 girls in front, like 5 rows in front of us, who fucking full-on enjoyed this movie. Like, they were like... I think there was, like, maybe 20 people in that movie theater. Which is funny because this is the same movie theater on 34th where I saw it the first time. And this actual movie theater made a lot more positive noise than the first one I saw it in. The first one had a group of... There was this guy. I don't know if I told you. He had to be in his mid-40s who came rolling in there with 7, 8 kids. All of them between 13 and 16. And they walked in there, and I was like, oh man, I hope these guys aren't in my movie theater. And they were. And I can tell they were thoroughly disappointed. They wanted to see blood. Obviously, they didn't realize this is a PG-13 movie. And they kind of took the movie. And those girls in front of us yesterday freaking had the time of their lives. They thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I really love the main character, Jessica Roth, who plays Tree. She had everything. She played a bitch when she had to play a bitch. She played totally confused when she had to play confused. When she eventually makes her turn later in the movie to, figure out that she's a bad person and she needs to start righting the ship. She is actually very likable. What was it, the 15th time she comes back, or 16th time?
Yeah.
When she goes up and she starts being nice to everyone, she catches the dude who keeps falling over after singing for 26 hours with a pillow. This movie amazingly had a lot of heart. This is a slasher flick that actually cares about its characters. The scene where the dad scene. What did you think about that one?
Oh, that was good.
I thought that was really a heartfelt scene for a movie that just should be about killing people. And even in the death scene, some of them are really good. I love the cop scene,
Which is hilarious.
yeah. She breaks out or one of the good advents about this movie is, yeah, they take the Groundhog Day theme and roll with it, but also one of the themes of the movie is that every time she wakes up, she still feels the repercussions of how she previously passed away. So there are parts where she'll get hit in the head, she'll wake up in the morning with a headache. There are parts where she'll get stabbed in the stomach, she'll wake up holding her abdominal, things like that. So there are actual stakes. It's just not like she's respawning. And actually they made that point in the movie where Carter goes, you know, you have an infinite... What did he say?
Infinite lives.
Did he say lies or you infinite respawns?
Infinite lives, not respawns.
Alright, yeah, that was very video game-ish of him. And they used that to their advantage. There's actually, just for more heart, I love the scene where she figures out kind of who's gonna kill her, and then that person ends up killing this boy named Carter, who's the boy she keeps waking up with every day. And she realized if she kills the killer and she wakes up the next day, Carter's gonna be dead. So knowing that information, she straight up freaking kills herself by hanging herself. And that shows it might be a weird character arc, or it might be cliched, but in this type of movie, I'd take it any day, because it makes the character more likable. Because what was she like when we first meet her in the movie?
She's a jackass.
Yeah, she's mean to everyone. And she's just a selfish person in general. Like, I liked her a lot. How about yourself? Which one was your favorite death?
Probably... I don't know.
I think I liked the car one the most.
Oh, when she got blown up by the car?
Yeah. Even though it probably was the most elaborate one, because it's the only one that involved some type of stunt. But the setup was funny between her meeting the cop and then the way the cop gets offed. And, you know, the way she finally gets it. Even though I know a lot of people didn't get it as soon as I saw it. During this death scene, though, you can kind of guess who the main killer is. You didn't get it until later, right?
Yeah.
I got it as soon as I saw the setup for how she dies. Basically what happens is she gets arrested by a cop in a very hilarious scene where the cop goes, "Excuse me, have you been drinking?" And she looks at him and goes, "Yes, I've been drinking a lot." And then she goes, "Are you on something?" He's like, "Yes, I'm on all the drugs." And she jumps out of the car and just automatically turns around and puts her hands around her back so she can cuff him. So that was pretty funny. And then
so he can cuff her.
He can cuff her. And then, how does he die?
He gets smacked by a car.
Yeah.
And then the guy who was driving, he has the cupcake that her roommate gave to her. And then he spills gasoline all over the car. And then he sets the gasoline on fire and blows up the car.
Yeah, that was the most elaborate death in this movie. And actually, it's probably kind of the most fun. Neither one of us saw Groundhog Day, have we?
No.
No, but it was still kind of funny when they actually referenced the movie at the end.
Yeah,
he goes, "Oh, this
scenario of yours kind of reminds me of Groundhog Day." That's what he said.
Mm-hmm. And then she was like, "What?" And then what did he say?
He said, "What? You don't know Groundhog Day?"
Yeah, and then he goes this whole thing about Bill Murray. Yeah. Which is kind of funny. It also reminded me of Zombieland.
Oh.
Where the girl didn't know who Bill Murray was. So I kind of like that. What did you think about the fake out at the end?
Oh, that was freaking hilarious. I was like, oh hell no. And then when it was a trick, I was like, oh.
Yeah, this is a fake out that once again those girls in front of us, they made that part because they freaking were like in the movie theater I saw it in. As soon as that happened, everyone was like ah. Totally different reaction. I'm not gonna lie, at first I was like, oh man, what the hell did they miss? Because the fake out that they had previously was actually pretty good. There's a fake out where they finally kill the person in the baby mask, and Tree and Carter, you know, spend the night, and they blow out the candle on the birthday cake.
And then she eats the cupcake, but it turns out it was poison, and that's how she ended up dying.
Yeah, so she wakes up the next day when you think everything's wrapped up, and nope, we got one more to go.
I was like, God damn. I was like, oh. When she found out that her cupcake was poisoned, I was like, oh.
Yeah, she has a Dr. House moment when she really lives the last day, where when she's talking to her roommate, she kind of figures out everything, and then the roommate, that's the one thing I didn't like, the roommate has this long monologue where she explains why she's trying to kill her.
Of her jealousy.
Yeah, and a bunch of other stuff, because Tree was also a terrible roommate. As you can tell from the beginning when she first gives her the cupcake and she, what did she do?
She, oh yeah, she threw it in the trash.
Yeah, she blows out the candle, throws it in the trash and go, we don't eat carbs. That was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it made me, did you dislike her enough at the beginning where you didn't want to root for her, or you just disliked her enough where you were like, okay, I'll take your growth later on? Because I know some people at the beginning, they were like, she's so unlikable.
I think I was in the movie where I didn't root for her. I think.
I think you kind of don't at the beginning, but after she dies a couple of times and she starts getting smarter, you kind of you warm up to her.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, character growth, you don't get that type of stuff in this type of movie. The biggest problem with this movie, what did you think about the PG-13 rating?
It sucked. Why couldn't it just be... Well, I don't know if it should have been rated R. Maybe.
There's a couple of scenes where they could have gotten rated R. Definitely the one where she shoots the person. She shoots the killer a couple of times. He hits the wall, falls down, they go back to her. Then they shoot back to the killer, and there's like minimal blood on the ground or something like that. Like literally, somebody looks like they threw barbecue sauce on the floor and said, "All right, let's roll with it."
Or ketchup.
Yeah, something like that. Even the part where she had her big fight scene, and she got thrown up against glass, or even when she got stabbed.
Oh yeah.
Because there's one, that montage was actually kind of funny. Once she figures out that she's going to be coming back and forth, of course they do the montage, and some of the deaths are kind of funny. My favorite one was the one with the sorority sister, where they start fighting each other in the middle of the street.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden they tumble into traffic and a bus slams into both of them. I like that one. What's your final thoughts on the movie?
Good.
I liked it a lot. I'm not gonna lie, the more I think about this, the more I find it more enjoyable. I think this is a movie that was far better than it should have been. Yeah, like I think this movie probably might crack my top 10 for the year. This was so enjoyable. It was just fun. Just fun. Main character definitely carried it. While the concept not new, it was handled in a different way, and it didn't take itself too seriously. This is a movie that's firmly tongue-in-cheek. You want to give a score?
8.5.
I'm gonna agree with him. I think, what did I give it? I think I gave it 7.8. Yeah, this movie's a lot of fun. I can see a lot of people watching this either every Halloween, or every birthday, or just when they want to hang out with their friends and have a couple of drinks. You'll freaking get a lot of laughs out of this. Final thoughts?
No.
That's it for us. Until next time.
Peace.